Today we looked at adding and subtracting fractions using multiple strategies. So the first one we looked at was using a number line to add and subtract fractions. And we talked about how when you look at this fraction, you need to understand what you're actually trying to find out. And we're trying to find out the difference between 3 and 1 2/3. So the first thing we can do is we can just subtract our whole numbers. So since I'm subtracting, I'm going to start over here with 3. And then I'm going to take away or subtract 1 2/3. So I'm going to take away my whole number first. So I would make a jump of -1. That would place me at 2. So now I can take away my fraction. So I know that 1 would be the next increment, and I am taking away thirds. So I want to divide this up into thirds. So here I've got 1 1/3. Here I have 1 2/3. And then that would be 1 3/3, which is the same thing as 2. So now to take away 2/3, I would make a jump of -1/3 and -1/3. So my number line shows the same thing as this problem. 3 minus 1 2/3. The answer is 1 1/3. I could also solve this problem using a model, which we had worked with last week. So if I was using a model for 3 minus 1 2/3, I would start off with 3. Since I'm taking away 1 2/3, my units are thirds. So I'm going to divide each of these into thirds. So now I've got 3. I want to take away 1 2/3. So I'm going to take away 1 2/3. 1/3, 2/3. So what remains is 1 1/3, which is the same answer I got with the number line. I could also write this as an expression. So I've got, 3 minus 1 2/3. So here I would do the same thing I did above, is I would subtract my whole number first. So I'm going to rewrite this expression. 3 minus 1 minus 2/3. And we talked about how a lot of students will look at this and they'll think they would add 2/3 because this is 1 plus 2/3. And what I equated it to was if I thought of this like money and say $1.30, if I had $3 and I was going to give you $1.30, I wouldn't just give you the dollar and keep the 30 cents. I would have to give you the 30 cents as well. So this is subtracting. So now I'm going to simplify. I have 3 minus 1, which is 2, and I still need to subtract 2/3. Okay, so from here, students could use a number line. They could get common denominators, but the answer is still 1 1/3. And that is adding and subtracting fractions using multiple strategies.